as a coach, why you roll up your sleeves and go to war every single day. And there've been a lot of bullets flying, everywhere. And we brought that on ourselves, but some of it's been just really unlucky, with some of the injuries and the adversity, that we've had. And I said to the guys, all week, and reminded them before the game that when it's easy to be, do things right, and it's easy to go out and be confident and play well. And it's not easy when results aren't going your way. It's not easy when you have a thin roster. It's not easy when you're playing different roles than you've played. But the true professionals, the guys with character, which I know I have a locker room full of them, which is why I picked them. I knew that I'd see the best out of them. I'd see their best character. And I thought we were deserved winners. I thought our mentality was excellent for the 90 minutes. Started well, scored the goal, responded well after giving up the goal. You could see we had great belief all game long, which isn't easy with a group of guys that haven't played together. And so from that standpoint, mentality-wise, excellent. I thought organizationally, we're spot on. Defensively, we really played well. Team defending, and I thought in the attack, we were the team that was looking always to be dangerous and running at their back four, even late. So I thought we had the better mentality. I thought we were the better team on both sides of the ball, and I thought we were deserved, winners today.
You said that you wanted to come up with a game plan that the personnel available could execute. It certainly worked today. What are your thoughts on Jeremy Ebobisse, who had his first MLS start today, ends with a goal and an assist?
It's exciting. We want young players coming through here, and we thought he had a lot of talent when we drafted him, and we've seen a lot of flashes from him in training. And even though at this moment he's kind of third behind two very good strikers in Adi and Maddox, we had a lot of confidence in him, and we crafted somewhat of an attacking plan around him where we're looking to play behind a bit more, and he set up the second goal and scored the first goal. So he showed a lot of promise, and that's exciting for him and for the club moving forward, to know we have a young kind of horse in the stable that is going to continue to get better, and he showed a lot of confidence today.
And what does this result here in Vancouver do for the team's confidence, collective belief at this point in the season?
Well, it's big. Anytime you haven't gotten results, and we've gotten some draws that were good draws, so you can't forget that, even though it's the winless streak, and you got to remind yourself we had some good results, even though we weren't getting 3 points. But it breaks that cycle. That's important, because you don't want that cycle to continue. The more it builds, the more pressure comes, and it makes it more and more difficult. But for our guys that come on the road and play as well as they did, the guys that we had 7, 8 starters out and different guys in, and really no training chemistry, for them to do that says a lot about, just like I said, the character of the team.
Caleb, thanks for the time.
Guys? Speaking about Ebobisse, how much does a performance like that, raise his stock, maybe lead to him seeing more minutes going forward?
Yeah, of course. Anytime a guy plays, whether it's 10 minutes or, like him today starts and plays, 85 minutes, and it's a body of work. You build a case, you build a body of work, and you're auditioning always for parts, in the play. And I tell the guys all the time, whether it's 5 minutes or whether it's 90 minutes, you build a body of work and you make a statement. We want guys that want to play. So for him, he makes a really good statement in his first start. But obviously some of the other guys have a body of work that's a lot longer. But we won't hesitate to play him for sure.
Given the depth chart being what it is, what do you say to him to make sure that he keeps the fire when he knows there's going to be stretches where he's not going to see the fire?
Yeah, well, it helps, we can get him games with T2, and so he can keep developing, and that's very important. That's why we have that, that vertically integrated program, and that's why we have T2, is to help keep guys like him getting minutes. And it's management too. I talk to him a lot. I know when guys need to talk and make sure they stay connected, and you know, some of those talks are, you know, a little bit of a push and tough love. Some of them are positive stuff. But it's nice that we finally have some young guys that I can kind of mentor a little bit, because I always enjoyed working with that 18 to 22-year-old age. I was cut my teeth in college, and those are the guys that I'm used to coaching, you know, a lot. So it's nice to have a kid like him that has a lot of talent.
Jake Gleeson always seems to play out of his skin when he comes to BC Place. Just talk a little bit about his performance today.
Yeah, the good thing about Jake is he was himself. And what I mean by that is, you know, he's been working hard to improve in some areas, and he has. You know, his kicking and, you know, our ability to play through him, you know, those are things that we focus on improving with him. But the problem is sometimes he's gotten away with what he's best at. And what he's best at is he's an unbelievable shot stopper. He's, in my opinion, one of the best shot stoppers in the league. And it was great to see him back to doing what he does. And first and foremost, that's keeping the ball in the back of the net, you know. And we had a good talk a couple weeks ago just about making sure that he doesn't lose sight of what he's best at. And I thought he showed that today.
At the end of the game, was it just emotions running a bit high, or was it just some friendly banter?
It's between Carl and I. You know, obviously shook a hand and there was a comment, and I didn't care for it.
Looking to build off this game now. I mean, especially coming off a result like RSL and coming with the shorthanded roster you had, coming here and doing this. How does a big performance, you know, like this help a team build off it and maybe create something for the next weeks?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's a real positive moment, right? Obviously, we got a great win on the road. We needed it. It's you know, really unbelievable timing. And I don't think anybody expected us to do this. And I think only, you know, maybe 18 guys in the locker room and the coaches were the only ones that really thought we were going to win this game. And we really believed. And you saw that. It wasn't fake. You know, it wasn't. You know, it wasn't me saying, "Oh yeah, let's believe." They really thought we'd win this game. And that's difficult. I don't know if you guys realize, to get guys to believe when, you know, there's a lot of guys out there that haven't played together and frankly haven't gotten the job done. So that's a positive, but it's only one game, you know, and that's the key. It doesn't get any easier. They got to remember what they did today to get the win, and they got to do it again. That's how simple it is. And what they did today was invest a lot over the 90 minutes. They gave everything, physically, mentally, and tactically.
I know you said it's only one game, but when you're able to get a result like this overall this year, when you know you have this kind of depth, does it allow you to look at it the long term and not have to worry as much about week-to-week stuff, because you know you've got guys that can get a result like this?
Yeah, you always prefer to have you know, your first-choice guys, but because of obvious reasons, they're you know, your most talented guys, and if you can have that 11 together, you build those connections, those continuity, and when you're winning and everything's rolling and your style of play is rolling like you want, it's really easy to be a coach, you know? What I've dealt with for the last probably 4 or 5 weeks has been the toughest part of being a coach, and that's, you're not winning, you're feeling pressure. You know, even though I don't think about, you know, the pressure, you know it's there. You're trying to shuffle lineups, you're trying to come up with a game plan that fits the personnel that you have. Because you can't just play the same way all the time, and you know, it's not easy, you know, and so for me, I like these moments, these opportunities in the last 4 or 5 weeks, because I find out what I'm made of, you know, and I get better, and I grow, and so, you know, I've grown a lot in the last 4 or 5 weeks just dealing with all the BS that I've dealt with, you know, so I think it gives me a lot of confidence in the guys that have played, but again, it'll be nice to get some guys back, because now our level goes up, our ability to play even better than we played today. That opportunity increases.
There was a number of guys who went off, or you know, were subbed off, or Sebastian Blanco was down at the very end of the game. Ebobisse was subbed off. Spria, are they okay?
Spria is the one I'm worried about. You know, Blanco and Ebobisse will be fine. Larry's Mabiala had a tight calf as well, but I think he'll be fine. So Spree's the one I'm worried about. He rolled his ankle and it was pretty swollen, and I thought he had an excellent game today. He gave them a lot of problems. Our wingers in particular, that was part of the plan. We wanted to really create 1v1s with our wingers. We felt we had some good matchups there, and I felt those guys really played well today.
Good.